Happy to be here.
Okay, now, should I call you Eminem or Marshall or Slim? What do you like to be called?
Eminem, Slim Marshall.
In the busy world of hip-hop, fights often define the reputations of his famous stars. The story of Eminem and Suge Knight goes into power struggles, intimidation, and the tough side of the music business. Let's dive into this interesting story, looking at their characters and the fights that shaped how they see each other. When Eminem, the quickly rising star, showed up at the 2001 Source Awards, you could feel the tension in the air. The excitement of the hip-hop scene was overshadowed by a sense of unease, thanks to the intimidating presence of Suge Knight and his crew. The feeling of danger hung in the air, and Eminem's vulnerability was all too apparent as he stood alone, encircled by a group wearing red shirts, symbols of Knights of Blood's gang. Eminem's words, a mix of fear and defiance, cut through the tension like a knife, his voice resonating with a raw intensity that underscored the gravity of the situation. "What do they want? Why are they trying to kill us?" he exclaimed, his voice tinged with a potent blend of incredulity and indignation. The bewildered desperation in his tone mirrored the tumultuous uncertainty that enveloped him, a stark contrast to his usual confident and provocative persona on stage. Suge Knight's story began far from the glitz and glamour of the music industry. In the hardscrabble world of football, where his towering presence and indomitable spirit earned him a reputation as a formidable force on the field. As a standout talent at Linwood High School, his athletic prowess catapulted him into the sights of major college football scouts, who recognized his potential as a game changer. His journey seemed destined for the bright lights of professional sports, promising a life far removed from the shadows of the streets. However, fate had other plans, and the pull of the streets proved too strong for Suge. A choice fraught with implications lay before him as his coach warned against the perils of the hood, urging him to steer clear of the perilous allure of his hometown, Compton. Reluctantly adhering to the cautionary wisdom, Suge pivoted to the University of Las Vegas, a decision that would alter the trajectory of his life forever. Despite facing an initial setback, Suge Knight managed to fulfill his dreams of becoming a football star when he earned a position with the LA Rams. However, his journey was soon marred by challenges, plunging him into a whirlwind of disappointment and shattered expectations. Relegated to the bench by his coach and robbed of the exhilaration of playing the game, Knight's inner resolve began to waver, nudging him towards a crucial intersection where destiny beckoned him to consider an alternate path for his life. As he bid farewell to his football dreams, Suge Knight's transformation commenced, culminating in a shedding of his former self. The hair fell away, leaving behind a shaven sculpt that marked the birth of a persona that would become notorious in the annals of hip-hop history. Emerging as a concert promoter and subsequently as a bodyguard, Knight's presence began to cast a formidable shadow, hinting at the latent power that simmered beneath the surface. As Suge Knight's reputation solidified, so did the foundations of Death Row Records, the iconic label that would go on to redefine the landscape of hip-hop. From the release of seminal albums to the magnetic pull of his enigmatic persona, Suge Knight became synonymous with a brand of power that resonated with an intensity that commanded respect and instilled fear. However, beneath the veneer of success lay a darker underbelly, where violence and controversy swirled, leaving an indelible stain on the legacy he sought to build. In the wake of Suge Knight's ascent to power, Death Row Records emerged as a dominant force in the rap industry, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural landscape. Under Knight's guidance, the label set its sights on a global takeover, ushering in an era of unprecedented success and influence within the hip-hop community. The seminal album The Chronic, a game-changing collaboration between Suge Knight and Dr. Dre, served as the cornerstone of Death Row's initial success, propelling the label into the limelight with its innovative sound and unapologetic lyrics. Following this triumph, Death Row unleashed another juggernaut onto the scene. The label's meteoric rise reached its apex with the release of Tupac Shakur's All Eyes on Me, an album that not only shattered records, but also solidified Death Row's position as a cultural force to be reckoned with. Tupac's profound impact on the music industry, coupled with his tragic demise, cast a long shadow over Death Row Records, marking a turning point in the label's trajectory. Amidst the chaos, the whispers of discontent grew louder, echoing the sentiments of artists and industry insiders who sought to distance themselves from the label's tarnished reputation. As Suge Knight's legal battles intensified, the label's influence waned, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and tragedy. a cautionary tale of power, ambition, and the perils of unchecked authority within the realm of hip-hop. Beneath the glossy veneer of power and success, Suge Knight's reign at Death Row Records was tarnished by a shadowy underbelly that bore the unmistakable stains of violence and intimidation. As the label's influence grew, so too did the tales of Suge Knight's notorious tactics, underscoring a darker narrative that unfolded behind closed doors and on the streets. Reports of physical altercations and brash displays of dominance hinted at a side of Suge Knight that contrasted starkly with the glamour of the music industry. Accounts of employees enduring brutal beatings and degrading acts of humiliation at Suge Knight's hands painted a chilling portrait of a man unafraid to wield his power with ruthless abandon, leaving a trail of fear and apprehension in his wake. Whispers of Suge Knight's involvement in coercive tactics, often veiled under the guise of loyalty and discipline, echoed throughout the industry, fostering an environment rife with apprehension and unease. Rumors of confrontations escalating to harrowing levels of violence, including employees being forced to drink urine and endure brutal assaults, cast a pall over Death Row's legacy, tainting its once glamorous image with an indelible sense of darkness. The label's association with gang members and individuals with checkered past further underscored the depth of Suge Knight's ties to a world that operated beyond the confines of the music industry. As legal troubles mounted and Suge Knight's clashes with the law intensified, the dichotomy between his public persona as a pioneering figure within the music industry and a private persona defined by violence and aggression became increasingly stark. The specter of this tumultuous legacy loomed large, serving as a cautionary tale of the perils of unchecked power and the toxic intersections of fame, influence, and the darker impulses that lurk within the human psyche. Dr. Dre's departure from Death Row Records marked a significant shift, as the veneer of unity shattered, revealing the deep-seated fissures within the label. The reasons behind his departure, though veiled by contractual disputes, hinted at a fundamental clash of ethos and a departure from the core principles that Dr. Dre held dear. Despite the tumultuous encounters and the attempts at intimidation, both Eminem and Dr. Dre managed to carve out their legacy in the annals of the music industry, transcending the boundaries of race, power, and influence. Suge Knight's journey eventually led to his incarceration, while Eminem and Dr. Dre continued to stand as pillars of the industry, testaments to resilience and artistry. Subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of the stories behind the music, as we delve into the lives and legacies of iconic artists and the intricate webs of intrigue that define the world of hip-hop. Like, share, and comment to become a part of the dialogue, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest uploads.